So hi, I'm Anvit.
Hi, I'm Arnav.
Hello, I'm Sparsh Agarwal, and welcome to Don't Really Know Yet, where we're just three people discussing interesting stuff that's going around the world. So, hello everyone. We are back with yet another episode of Don't Really Know Yet, and this time around we'll be discussing a lot of stuff about YouTube and talking about YouTube in general, and maybe a bit more about Mr. Beast.
So, for some people who don't know who Mr. Beast is, he's one of the most successful YouTubers right now. He has how much? Like 80 million subscribers or something. And so basically all he does is give money away.
I think इस week का जो meme है वो भी अनवर पे आने वाला है. Never mind. Arnav, continue please.
I'm not having a meme on again. So basically,
Arnav was explaining. एक second रुक जा बस.
Yeah. So what he does is that he just gives money away. That's the whole premise of his channel. So like he's giving insane amount of money to charities, to other people, to give even more. So
yeah,
what he does, all the revenue that comes from all of his videos, he puts that back into his videos. He himself does not like own that much. He doesn't keep the money for himself at all. He just puts it back into his videos.
And you know what's like the most, what's the strangest part? He does not earn any money from his main channel. So Mr. Beast basically has 2 or 3 channels, if I'm not wrong. A lot more, actually.
Yeah, he has like Mr. Beast normal, and then there's a gaming channel, and then there's philanthropy.
Okay.
And then there are like different language channels as well.
Yeah, he earns money, right? Basically.
No, he does.
He earns money and then he gives all of it back. He doesn't keep it.
No. पता है मिस्टर बीस्ट जो अपना मेन चैनल है, ठीक है, उस पे ऐसे इंसेन वीडियोस करता है कि एक लैम्बो है, उस पे तुम अपना हाथ जितनी लाइक 50 लोगों को बुला लेगा, बोलेगा अपना एक हाथ इस पे रखो, ठीक है, जो जिस बंदे ने लास्ट हाथ हटाया अपना, ये लैम्बो,
he wins the Lambo.
ऐसी वीडियोस होती हैं, ठीक है. एंड द स्ट्रेंजर, और ऐसे भरा पड़ा है उसका चैनल. और जो
one of the best video, his top video so far is like the Mr. Beast Squid Games.
हाँ, उसने स्क्विड गेम्स का अपना खुद का वर्जन बनाया.
Yeah, Squid Games his own version of
उसने अपना.
So does that shout to a very high intellect? And I think something like see, basically YouTube is a channel that has been made for like mass entertainment, right? So and not just entertainment, I'd say mass news and all that stuff, because evolution of the media is something that YouTube media comes with. So basically, I put forward this question: do you think that what Mr. Beast is doing, like fulfilling the moral responsibility of entertaining the world, do you think that this moral responsibility of giving back what they earn into making such elaborate yet beautiful, I'd say interesting, elaborate and alluring videos, something that YouTubers should do, like all?
पता है ये जो तूने मिस्टर बीस्ट कभी देखा नहीं है, बट इट्स सरप्राइजिंग कि तेरे को पता कैसे मिस्टर बीस्ट अपने लाइक हर इंटरव्यू या पॉडकास्ट, मैंने इतने देखे नहीं है, बट जितने देखे हैं उस सब में वो यही बोलता है कि जो उसका मेन चैनल है ना, जिसपे वो इतनी हाई बजट और इतनी हाई लेवल वीडियोस बनाता है, उन सब में वो यही कहता है कि मैं ये कर रहा हूँ एंटरटेन करने के लिए, मुझे वीडियोस बनाने में मजा आता है. वो लिटरली वो वाला जो उसका मेन चैनल है ना, इट इज स्टिल अ लॉस मेकिंग चैनल. दैट चैनल इज स्टिल नॉट प्रॉफिटेबल विद अबाउट 80 मिलियन सब्सक्राइबर्स. जस्ट एक बार कंफर्म कर लेता हूँ 80 मिलियन है या नहीं, ठीक है. 80 मिलियन सब्सक्राइबर्स के साथ इट्स स्टिल नॉट प्रॉफिटेबल एंड द गाय इज जस्ट गोइंग ऑन.
This just shouts to a more moral psychology in that person. And do you? My question was, do you think that
he has almost 86 million subscribers right now?
So yeah, what I asked was, do you think that this is something that all YouTubers should follow as like a responsibility ethically? Is this what the ethic should be?
See, his ethics are not just giving all of it into his videos. So, for example, his Mr. Beast philanthropy channel, he's giving it all to local communities, poor people, and like food drives and all. So, he's giving the money away. It's not just for the videos, spending the money to the videos, it's giving the money to the needy people as well.
No, I get it. I'm just asking that is this something that
in here that YouTubers shouldn't just keep all their like hard-earned money to themselves just because they have gotten famous over doing like really simple or easy things. See,
But see,
That
basically,
becomes a little like self-contradictory. Like it was me who got famous, so why should I give my money away?
हाँ
I get your point, but don't you think that how people in jobs are allowed to keep their hard-earned money, of course, after tax and all that? Don't you think that YouTubers should also get that right? I'm not saying that it is like what Mr.
नहीं
Beast is doing
वही है,
is
अभी देखो तुम्हें
wrong,
पैसा रखना है तुम
but
पैसा रखो, बट देख अगर हम इस चीज में चले गए ना तो फिर देयर आर लिटरली अ टन ऑफ डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ यूट्यूबर्स टू। ठीक है, बहुत सारे लोग हैं जो इतना ज्यादा एफर्ट डाल रहे हैं अपने कंटेंट में कि दे काइंड ऑफ डिजर्व इट। अब बंदा एक बंदा मूवी बना रहा है, ठीक है, ठीक है, तो अगर भाई ह्यूज अमाउंट्स ऑफ मनी कमा रहा है, वो इंसेन अमाउंट्स ऑफ मनी कमा रहा है, तो अपने लिए तो रखेगा। ही इज लाइक मैंने मेहनत करके ये बनाई फॉर पीपल टू वॉच एंड एंजॉय, देन द मनी इज जस्ट काइंड ऑफ अ वैलिडेशन एक तरह से। और लाइक एंड ऑफ कोर्स भाई सबको अपना घर चलाना है तो पैसा तो चाहिए, ठीक है, बट वंस अगेन आई लाइक टू लाइक वंस अगेन कर्व द कन्वर्सेशन टू मिस्टर बीस्ट अगेन, क्योंकि एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट और बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग चीज जो मेरे को आज डिस्कस करने का मन है, इट इज मिस्टर बीस्ट की इन्वेस्टमेंट स्ट्रेटेजी। एक्चुअली द गाय इज, और ये लाइक वेस्टर्न कल्चर में थोड़ी सी ज्यादा धीरे धीरे बढ़ रही है, क्योंकि और मिस्टर बीस्ट की इन्फ्लुएंस ही बढ़ रही है। मिस्टर बीस्ट ऐसी जगहों पे इन्वेस्टमेंट्स कर रहे हैं जहां तुम लोग, जहां कोई भी यूजुअली नहीं करेगा। स्नीकर्स एक अनयूजुअल मार्केट है, वॉचेस एक अनयूजुअल मार्केट है अभी इंडिया के हिसाब से, बट बहुत ही अलग क्या है, ही इज इन्वेस्टिंग इन वीडियो गेम्स, ही इज इन्वेस्टिंग इन अदर यूट्यूबर्स। So Mr. Beast is, he basically announced like some time ago he'll be investing about $2 million in other creators, and he'll be buying minority shares. So that's very interesting.
so are we?
Yeah.
Okay, I am interested. So are we heading towards a more elaborate creators investment market as a general public trading sector?
नहीं यार, I don't think पब्लिक ट्रेडिंग हुई वैसे तो। अगर एक बंदा चाहे तो वो तो कह सकता है कि हाँ एक तरह वैसे
See, the donations and all is common. That is not publicly traded. That's like from the bottom of my heart. You make good videos. I like to give you this much money. But do you think what Mr. Beast is doing, that he's announcing $2 million, he's going to be investing in different YouTubers after, of course, his research, not randomly. I'm not sure, but
हाँ नहीं वो पता है, वो उन्हीं यूट्यूबर्स में डालेगा जो काइंड ऑफ अभी थोड़े से है एक लेवल पे, उन्हीं में डालेगा
who already have a certain level,
basically,
but they can improve further by just getting that little funding.
Isn't this how we invest in stocks, right? Basically, Mr. Beast influences. Basically, in
He's
Mr.
just exclusively doing it in like YouTuber stocks.
Maybe channels will one day be corporations, and corporations will have minority, majority shares, and we will be able to invest in them. Is that a market we want to head to?
एक तरह से अभी भी तो है वो मार्केट।
That we are running on a bottom of my heart donation system. We are not running on a
नहीं देख, जिन क्रिएटर्स का ज्वाइन वाला बटन आता है, ठीक है, एक तरह से मान लो कि हाँ अगर तुम्हें बहुत ज्यादा पसंद है उनका कंटेंट तुम तभी दोगे, बट वो उस पैसे के लिए तुम्हें कुछ ऑफर तो कर रहे हैं। और वो क्या ऑफर कर रहे हैं, एक कंपनी तुम्हें क्या ऑफर करती है, डिविडेंड्स ऑफर करती है और वोटिंग राइट्स ऑफर करती है, ठीक है।
See, and then they're offering like, okay, I'll give you these pins, I'll give you all these exclusive content. मान लो
पिन्स हो गए एंड वोटिंग राइट्स क्या हुए, बेसिकली दे आर सेइंग कि तुम्हें एक डिस्कॉर्ड सर्वर में एक स्पेशल वो मिल जाएगा, या तुम्हें मैं अपनी जो वीडियोस का जो एक्सेस है वो पहले से दे दूंगा एंड यू कैन गिव इनपुट इन दैट। तो एक तरह से वोटिंग राइट्स हो गए। सो वी काइंड ऑफ आर इन दैट इकोनॉमी राइट नाउ टू, बट जस्ट द थिंग इज कि डिविडेंड और जो एक तरह से तुम्हें जो पेबैक मिल रहा है अपना पैसा डालने का, दैट्स नॉट मॉनेटरी, बट दैट्स लाइक क्या कहेंगे, दैट्स समथिंग एक तरह सोशल वैलिडेशन वाला मान लो या।
But I think, okay, I get your point with joining button, but I've recently heard that Jake Paul or Logan Paul, don't get me wrong, Jake Paul, I think, brought a creative based crypto token.
I think
creator based. Yeah. So Jake Paul brought this creative based crypto token, and that soared through the heights, basically. So that is one form of investing in creativity, I'd say. Because emerging technologies like the blockchain will further help in when investing in like creative content, and with creative content monetary value up and down hogi. So basically we are in a market, I'd say a sphere, a spectrum of of a place that we want to invest in, right? In YouTubers, and not just YouTubers and their, like, let's just say their brand value in the market, but rather their content value also, with the emergence of the crypto token that Jake Paul brought, right? So I think, okay, I agree with your point that we are already in that market.
Kind of, हाँ, but हाँ, like एक market नहीं कहेंगे उसे, but हाँ, kind of.
हाँ, मतलब we are in that spectrum कह लेते हैं, not the market. So basically, did you ever think that YouTube will turn from just a media-based service to such a big? YouTube, I think, generates a lot of money a minute.
A lot of money a minute. Wait,
I'm not sure of the exact amount, so I don't want to put any.
It's even I would say a lot of money per second as well.
Insane amounts of
it's
money.
Not even a minute. It's like even per second, it's a lot.
Yeah, I won't put in a number because I'm not sure, but once YouTube was worth $600 million, something, or even less than that, and today it's basically making that much amount of money in a second.
क्योंकि देखो ad revenue तो है ही है, but there's then super chats and जो मतलब जो और भी और YouTube
there's super chats and sponsors.
हाँ बहुत यार, मतलब YouTube तो खैर अलग ही लेवल पे पैसा
on almost every other YouTube video you watch these days.
As a corporation तो अलग लेवल पे पैसा कमा रहा है. और पता है एक मिस्टर बीस्ट में वापस आ रहा हूँ, सॉरी, बट लाइक भाई मिस्टर बीस्ट पे एक तरह से जिस लेवल का इन्फ्लुएंस आ गया है ना YouTube के लाइक 10 बिगेस्ट क्रिएटर्स के साथ, वो अभी उसने 2 वीडियोस बनाई हैं, 2 वीडियोस YouTube के सबसे बड़े क्रिएटर्स के साथ. तो अब मेरे को नहीं पता कि इनर वर्किंग्स क्या रही होंगी कि उन्हें पैसा मिला या नहीं मिला. द लाइक देयर वाज अ चैलेंज, दे वर लाइक ये तुम्हें करना है, ठीक है, एंड द विनर
and you will win $1 million for your fans after that.
हाँ, $1 million
just to give away to your fans and whatnot, like do whatever you want to do with the money, but somehow give it away.
See,
and
basically
also doing this with like 10 of the biggest YouTubers on YouTube. 10 biggest. भाई कैसे यार, इस लेवल का इन्फ्लुएंस, इस लेवल का पैसा. एंड द गाय, ऐसा नहीं है कि उसके पास स्टार्टिंग से था. द गाय स्टार्टेड लिटरली फ्रॉम द स्टार्ट, जैसे हर
नॉर्मल, like literally one of his oldest, most like I'd say insane type videos is like he's just live streaming himself counting to 100,000.
तो ये हाँ, ऐसी चीजें बंदा स्टार्ट से कर रहा है, और ऐसे करते करते बढ़ गया. Crazy shit, bhai.
But this speaks
right
to
now another like good thing he did was last year there was the 20 million for make save trees or whatever, I forgot what it was. And this time it's like Team Seas. Wait, last year it was Team Trees, this year it's Team Seas. So he's like raising 30 million for like 30 pounds of plastic.
30 pounds of trash from like collecting 30 pounds of trash from the ocean. तो ये बंदा ऐसा भी नहीं है कि भाई ये सिर्फ तुम्हें एक तरह से कहीं से स्कैम करके.
And that also is like literally taken every single like popular YouTuber that almost all YouTubers, and he's just collabing with them. Like you just promote this will be a YouTube wide thing rather than just my brand thing.
So basically this speaks
पैसा और influence कहाँ से आ रहा है?
See, influence I get. YouTube is a very big market. But that influence has a reason, right? Because we are also talking about him because we understand the dedication and commitment he has towards the entertainment and the media industry as a whole, basically speaking. So, right. So the money, it's not monetary for him mostly. It's basically that I want to give back to the society what it once gave me, right? Because there. We don't know, right, what he wants in life, but basically we do know that he is giving back to the community, and he's like supporting people in their journey like he would want to be supported once he was like coming up, basically, right? And coming back to YouTube makes $70 billion a year in revenue and its total net worth is about $160 billion. So that's like, once it was worth $1 billion, today it's worth $160 billion.
160 billion.
That is a like that is how internet-based media has shown its hierarchy today,
भाई
right?
पता है
And
यूट्यूब से
how
लाइक इससे एक बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग फैक्ट और याद आता है कि पता है अगर कोई बंदा सोचता है ना कि इलॉन मस्क ओवर हाइप्ड है मे बी, खैर जो मैंने अभी स्टेटमेंट बोली वो इतना कनेक्ट नहीं कर रही उससे, बट स्टिल पेपैल उसकी सबसे पहली कंपनी थी इलॉन मस्क की, है ना? यू नो एक बुक है पीटर थिल की, 0 to 1, आई थिंक काफी लोगों ने पढ़ी होगी, ठीक है? तो उसमें वो एक चीज डिस्क्राइब करता है, द पेपैल माफिया। कुछ लोगों को पता नहीं होगा इसके बारे में। पेपैल माफिया बेसिकली जो पेपैल के स्टार्टिंग के कोर एम्प्लॉयज थे ना, वो अब ऐसी ऐसी जगहों पे गए हैं, लाइक वो सारे, ऐसा नहीं है कि कोई बंदा अब रह गया। पेपैल से निकल के ये सारे बंदे दे हैव गॉन टू अचीव इवन ग्रेटर फीट्स। जैसे पेपैल के दो दो को फाउंडर्स, या पेपैल के दो जो कोर बंदे थे वो यूट्यूब के को फाउंडर्स हैं। हाँ जी, पेपैल से निकले।
we, yeah, we get it. Elon Musk is basically in Tesla at the moment,
हाँ,
running
लिंक्डइन,
SpaceX,
ठीक
Tesla,
है,
LinkedIn.
लिंक्डइन भी पेपैल माफिया से निकला है, मतलब बहुत सारी कंपनीज हैं, ठीक है? मेरे को ऐसे बंदे, ओ पीटर थील भी पेपैल माफिया से ही है भाई,
Basically,
बहुत ही।
they found their calling, they found their group calling, I'd say,
Exactly.
हाँ,
right?
तो लाइक वेबसाइट येल्प, ठीक है, स्पेसएक्स, अफर्म, कीवा, टेस्ला, वो तो खैर हाँ, ठीक है, लिंक्डइन, ये सारी भाई, तो मतलब काफी इंटरेस्टिंग टू नो कि एक ही ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल। और ऐसा ही इंडिया में सेम चीज क्या है, फ्लिपकार्ट माफिया। पीपल फ्रॉम फ्लिपकार्ट हैव the like main people, or like a lot of people from Flipkart have gone to create again bigger ventures. तो भाई ऐसी चीजें।
Right now, I think Sachin Bansal or Penny Bansal, I'm not sure, is working on a fintech startup at the moment. Much better and bigger than Zerodha.
भाई बिगर इंडिया का, आई थिंक इंडिया शायद वर्ल्ड का सबसे बड़ा अभी वही है। फ्लिपकार्ट माफिया से भाई नवी टेक्नोलॉजीज, फोन पे, ग्रो, क्योर फिट, ठीक है, ये सब निकले हैं। और भी हैं बट लाइक आई थिंक जो सबसे ज्यादा लोगों को पता होंगे यही होंगे। तो भाई इंटरेस्टिंग टू नो।
It's about the right people, and I think Mr. Beast here, when we're talking about YouTube
हाँ,
media, Mr. Beast, he's inclined towards supporting more people who he thinks can, bring a change to
गो
the
बिग इन
media
द फ्यूचर,
industry as
हाँ।
we see it. Go
Yeah.
big and bring a change in the media as we see it. So, Mr. Beast, please support us today.
Open invitation to our podcast too.
Shout
Yes.
out, please.
Yes, yeah, we
Oh,
we
damn.
we have two open invitations as of now. One is for Elon
Elon.
Musk, and one is
Two
for
really big people.
and one is for Mr. Beast.
It would be pretty epic. Yeah, who
Maybe
knows,
they'll
man?
notice. They'll
Internet
notice
is
and
a
they'll
strong and a powerful place. Who knows what might happen?
internet. See, the World Wide Web is like a sea of a billion things,
Huh.
trillion, quadrillion, zillion things. Basically, YouTube media is one of
Some
them.
of them are weird and some of them are well, good, nice.
We see, why do we have this idea of making a podcast or such? Because we learned that we are capable of doing so, that
Huh.
the internet gives us an opportunity to do this.
And well, 18 minutes have elapsed, so I guess we'll be heading towards the conclusion, I guess. But I really feel like discussing this topic a bit more. But okay, we will discuss it maybe in another episode. But let's
We
see.
will come back
I
if
feel
we
like one
make
point we haven't talked about right now is like the influence of YouTubers generally.
Generally,
Like,
huh?
not, it's just like how much a politician can influence a country, that's how much a power a YouTuber has right now. He
कह
can
सकते हैं वैसे,
influence
हाँ,
80
honestly.
million people, for example, like in case of Mr. Beast.
हाँ, नहीं, बट पता है, आई थिंक 80 मिलियन पीपल में नहीं कहूंगा, क्योंकि पता है मिस्टर बीस्ट की जो ऑडियंस है ना, दैट्स लार्जली काइंड ऑफ वो ऐसी ऑडियंस है जो बस उस काइंड ऑफ कंटेंट के लिए आई, या मे बी एक वीडियो के लिए आई और फिर वो चली गई, ऐसी भी रही होगी। बट हाँ भाई, ऐसे बहुत सारे हैं कि ऐसे भी बहुत सारे यूट्यूबर्स हैं जिनका जो सारा फैन बेस है, फॉर एग्जांपल डैन कृष्ण, दैट्स द ओनली एग्जांपल आई हैव फॉर राइट नाउ। उसके आई गेस 300K सब्सक्राइबर्स हैं, और उसकी जो भाई उसका जो सब्सक्राइबर बेस है वो इतना लॉयल है, इतना
consistency.
सपोर्टिंग है। हाँ वही है वो, और बस लाइक हाँ ऐसे, हाँ खैर मतलब वही यूट्यूबर्स के पास भाई आज की डेट में काफी ज्यादा इन्फ्लुएंस है, एंड दैट्स काइंड ऑफ स्कैरी टू थिंक अबाउट।
See, like few years ago, there was the whole like PewDiePie versus T series thing. if you remember. So like at that time, it was like everybody throughout YouTube, not just throughout YouTube, throughout media, was like, okay, support this guy or support that corporation.
So like,
so it was like
And that is a pretty
their
big
influence
feat.
was throughout the media
हाँ भाई.
itself, not just on YouTube.
See,
You
I
could
have a
see their
point
things
here.
like within football fields or
To
anywhere you go,
conclude,
there were advertisements.
the power of YouTube here with this T series PewDiePie example. See, we as Indians know how big T series is basically, right? Not just with sound audio production, but with
movie
their
production and
major
everything, a lot of things.
major
Yes.
right,
songs,
and
all,
for one individual solo person to be at such a competitive race with such a big enterprise,
where like the owner of T series is addressing you. That's just remarkable, man.
Speaks to the power of internet based media, and speaks to the power of influence that YouTubers today hold and will potentially have an increasing hold in. Okay,
क्योंकि आज
one
के
last
टाइम पे हम
question.
देखते हैं बॉलीवुड के एक्टर्स या एक्टर्स इन जनरल, like there might come a time when they are replaced by YouTubers.
Okay, I have a
See,
question.
now to bring it full circle, I remember there being this one video by like Mr. Beast in which he brought like 4 small creators in to a challenge, and he's like, whoever wins, I'll give you a shout out to your channel. Till then, he just kept their identities a full secret until the end of the video. So like that one person who won, now once they got the shout out, they got 1 million subscribers. So the fan base instantly increased. So that's like the influence.
की जो बात है.
He was just able to say like, okay, subscribe to this guy, and his fan base increased, and they were not just like, okay, I'm gonna join this guy and then just leave after a few days because like I don't like him. Some of them were like actually staying, and his fan base was like constant after that somewhat.
I'd like a shout out. Okay, so like
no, wait, Anvay, for your question, I have something in mind. So the people who are listening right now, you guys just try and guess what Anvay's question might be. We'll reveal that in the next episode, and we'll discuss that in the next episode. Guess करो क्या हो सकता है अनवे का क्वेश्चन, या तो हम तीनों में से किसी को भी DM कर दो, या leave it in the comments. And if you are right,
message your comments.
Yeah, if you are right, well, you will get something. We'll tell you what it is in the next podcast, but you will surely get something. And
let us figure it out first.
Yes. Well, until next time, thanks for listening.
Goodbye, my friends.
Bye.
Okay, thank you.